Hey folks, welcome back to a bit of a cliffhanger in Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition Sphere of Influence? Sphere of Influence, I think. The Mysterious JG. I get the names mixed up because they don't really mean that much. But sharp-eyed viewers will note that we are at 1564 March. So we've jumped ahead quite a bit, and if I look at my own clan's officers... let's go by poll here. Froxis Neeloc is back in the clan. What does this mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. I did save scum a bit, but it was experimental. So here's what I have found. Let us load the game where we actually were last time. I'm going to show you how we think I can get Froxis Neeloc back into the clan alive. And I'll come up with a headcanon for it. But honestly, if this is really... It might not happen in this video. I might have more than one video's worth of stuff to do to finagle to get this to work. Because I'll show you what happens if we just return to base with Froxis Neeloc as a prisoner. Now, for the backstory, in case you're missing it, Froxis Neeloc was part of our attack against the Oda. And she defeated Nobunaga's personal unit in battle and forced it to retreat. But then she was defeated by Hanbei Takanaka, who is actually a pretty big deal. Major strategist working for Hideyoshi. For whatever reason, in Warriors Orochi 3? He's like the freaking main character. But he's portrayed in the Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors games as a little kid who is lazy and likes to take naps, but is also a brilliant strategist. But in real history, he was a guy who died of illness in youth, which is why he's portrayed as a little kid in some of the games. But he was a brilliant strategist. And Froxis Neeloc's unit ends up being defeated. She's captured. We very quickly took the castle that she was in, Kutsukake Castle, because my notion was, all right, well, let's get her right back. But then, well, you'll see what happens. Now she's, it's Natsuko Sasaki's unit. Now, this is another created character. This is not somebody who's been role-playing in the comments, so we don't have a really strong idea of her personality. But, I thought there was a way to get information on the... officers and not just the troops. But anyway... Well, alright, so Natsuko Sasaki. Let me look her up real quick. Generally, they have the createds at the bottom if you don't filter. So that doesn't quite seem to be happening here. They're kind of mixed around. I'm more than halfway through now. Here we go. Natsuko Sasaki. So, she's a created character. She's progressive, so she must have specifically said she's progressive. So she was probably more tempted to join the Oda than any of us, but, you know, than you would think Froxis Neeloc was. But she's got high required loyalty, so she's a little finicky. But she's been made Lord of a Castle. If I took that away from her, she'd be right on the bubble of leaving. She's somebody whose personal attachment, she doesn't have the same view of the nation as Shingen does. Various things have been done to make her happy, like we've got various officer-friendly policies. She gets along well with her master personally, but she doesn't like the overall philosophy, blah, blah, blah. Compared to Froxis Neeloc, trying to figure out where you, so all clan officers, prisoners are down here. So compared to Froxis Neeloc, we've wondered about this, she's conservative. I made her conservative because I think if you didn't really specify or make a big deal of it, or I don't know, I just tended to make people, I think I switched old characters from previous LPs who wanted to align with the clan to align with the new clan, which is conservative. But she's a great leader, and she's got a lot of political skill, but her intelligence is well above average, but not her highest, and her valor is low. I don't know if the low valor would cause her to switch sides. The required loyalty is supposed to mean that she doesn't need much to be happy within her clan, and you would think it would mean she wouldn't leave the Oda. So I don't understand why that she wouldn't leave the Takeda. So I'm not sure why she's willing to do so. But as you can see, her loyalty is really low because it's as low as it's pretty difficult to get any lower than this because the default is 10. She doesn't get along with Nobunaga personally. She doesn't agree with his view because she's conservative and he's progressive. And she's got a -1 because she got captured. So there's not much you could do to drive her loyalty down anymore. But we're going to see this is not really going to work out too well for us when we try to return her to the clan. In the meantime, what else is happening? Shingen is personally besieging an Oda city, Narumi Castle. And we've got an invasion trying to take out... Kalan Owari Sanada will be sad, but we're trying to take the last city of the Mitsudaira, which he would like, but we're intending to absorb their officer corps, whereas he wants them all put to death. Well, got headcanon for that too, I suppose. And we've got this weird thing where the Satake keep attacking with a force that isn't big enough to actually take Kunamine Castle, and they keep retreating from back. Like, they'll march all the way up here and then retreat. It's weird. But just to save food, I'm going to have Kazuhiro dive back into the city. Now, I off-screened this a couple times trying to figure out how to get Froxis to rejoin our force. And I'll show you at least once what happens if we just follow the default plan. But as a result, I have to admit, I figured out pretty much exactly how to play this because the Azai, including Nagamasa himself, has decided they're personally going to stop us from finishing off the Mitsudaira, which is annoying. And if I play this wrong, I can in fact lose this and have the Mitsudaira keep this castle. And I really want to just take them out and have them be done. They've actually got fewer officers now, 18 remaining, than the Saito, with 28. But I want to grab the Saito too. I want officers. I want to be able to have choices for people to do things in my cities. Having officers, even low quality officers, having officers around so you've always got overseers in all of your cities is pretty important in this game. Alright, so let's... these guys, by the way, are just going to... Like, all these guys are marching, kind of making me nervous. They're all just going to kind of hang out and watch Shingen attack this city. And the Oda do not appear to have the will or the forces to actually prevent this. So, it's, it'll be interesting. In the meantime, there's some other things going on here. Something is about to happen with the Hojo that I know about from having played ahead. And when I say play ahead, I mean it's like I got up to March, so a couple of months goofing around, I figured out how to get Froxis to join. So it's not like I played years and years ahead, but a few interesting things are going to happen in the next couple of months. I'm trying to make sure those tribes support us to maximize the chance that Hojo can have those guys, I guess. But we are working on all these guys. Throwing a lot of money at that, actually. Alright. Hold on. Oh. I had to slow this down. Because we need to win this fight quickly. I think I might have screwed it up by letting it run at that high speed for too long, actually.
Yes.
Because I don't want Nagamasa joining this fight before I've defeated the unit that preceded him. We got Grimmeth in there. You can do this one, which is pretty... But what I think I was going to do is try Try to end it fast with a charge.
Playtime's over.
Playtime's over.
Out in front if you want to die.
We're going for Bond Breaker, which
Begin.
to begin. We just need to win it before. I don't know if I did that perfectly. I did it off screen a little bit better, but the main thing is to win this fight before Nagamasa arrives. I think I did better off screen. I had more troops left.
Get them.
A birthday present. I like them. One thing I need to do here is make sure that Natsuko Sasaki... She probably checks in with Froxis Neeloc, and Froxis Neeloc is being like weird and standoffish and giving her kind of a bad feeling. So we are not heading directly back to Nakano Castle to turn her over to the magistrates there. We're going to park outside of Nakano Castle and talk things out. This isn't good. This isn't what was supposed to happen. Yeah.
One of our officers has been captured.
Okay, so I messed that up. This could go bad. But we can probably still pull this out, but I may have just messed it up. Because he took... Oh, fuck you! Why am I fighting him in the open field instead of at the castle?
Understood.
Oh boy, no, this isn't going the way it did off screen. It's going a lot worse. Rapid assault. Either way, I still want to win fast. I'm still going to be aggressive and try to just end it quick.
Let's have a good, clean fight. Let's go. Will you survive our onslaught?
So they're going for Pierce, but it's a little late because they're out of force. Oh, ow, that really hurt.
Retreat.
Got left him with the tactician trait. And we got our officer back.
Acknowledged. Leave it to me.
All right. Now what's going on up here?
We march.
Okay, so to save food, we didn't have guys just hanging out there, but
Surrounded.
all right. We're gonna get ultra aggressive and storm. Yeah, I thought I told you to storm. Okay. So that'll cost us troops, but it will allow us to win faster. Now let's actually punish these assholes for attacking, because they keep coming up here, messing with us and then leaving without actually taking any damage or inflicting damage. They're just wandering around like weirdos. What are you good at, by the way? Ranged attack. Okay.
Leave it to me. Attack. Leave it to me. This battle is our victory.
So we'll go for the sharpshooter, the submission technique of Brett the Hitman Hart. Taking more losses than they are. Why is that happening? And that's not going to help matters.
Leave it to me.
So we'll try to get, I guess they
Let's have a good, clean fight.
get to use tactics while they're doing sharpshoot? I didn't think you were allowed to do that. So why aren't I damaging them? Okay. I guess I'm not shooting as I move. That kind of makes sense, I suppose.
Yes. Can you survive our onslaught?
Yeah, attack them, for crying out loud. Cover the battlefield in arrows.
Show our pride.
Alright, well this isn't going to work but for them, but
Let's go.
it's not a whole lot else they could have done.
Pull back.
We actually, damn it, like...
Officer captured.
Oh, we captured somebody, so that actually worked out pretty well. I don't want to fight the Hojo. So I'm going to see if I can retreat, and if these guys are just up here watching their border, because they are also enemies to Satake, and the Satake had guys out. But all these guys clustered here are just kind of watching their border. Shingen, on the other hand, is about to take this fight home.
This castle is now ours.
This castle now belongs to Galactor. Taking Narumi Castle. Remember, it's not a castle that protects the land, but people. And he's obtained the Golden Touch trait. This guy's got the Fortitude trait. And just to be absolutely sure, we're heading for Mikawa. We will have him head up this way just in case it's necessary. We should be able to take this. The problem is off screen, the Azai launched another attack down here, and I had to fight off one last little group, which wasn't that devastating, except I've taken more damage taking the castle and dealing with Nagamasa than I did off screen, so I want to make sure I've got enough to hold. But this is, once again, well, I guess we got to keep an eye on the Hojo, make sure they're not planning to try to take Kunamine Castle, but I don't think they are. They're not. Good. Unless he's waiting for Uchiteru to... I mean, it could be that Uchikuni is waiting for Uchiteru to get up there, but I don't think so. I think it's just they sent guys out there because there were hostile troops on their border. So we'll need to get people up to Narumi Castle to start running it. And again, Natsuko Sasaki is inching her way towards Nakano Castle, which is home base, where Froxis Neeloc will be delivered to the authorities and offered a chance to resume her post, and we'll see what happens. Let's decide what to do with the captives. We captured Yoshikoro Satake. He's not going to join us. Sworn loyalty to the Satake clan, he cannot betray them. So we'll let him go, because I typically just let everyone go. But I think, if we think this through, Froxis Neeloc at this point has betrayed the clan. You can put it in your headspace, oh, she does whatever it takes to survive in the hopes that she can one day return, like Guan Yu serving Cao Cao style. That's all well and good, but she still betrayed the clan, which is a different situation if she is delivered in chains and offered the chance to return and refuses. That's a different situation than someone who is captured, loyal to another clan, refusing to turn. So just bear that in mind as we deal with all this. Grimmeth has gained the siege trait.
Your orders? Reporting in.
We have the castle surrounded.
Here's last month's balance.
We're making more gold than we're spending, although I think I sold a bunch of food.
Reporting in.
The Shit Aragahara tribe supports us. It's actually Shitaragahara, but Shit Aragatara. It's the Shit Katara tribe. Anyway, it starts with the word shit, and that's amusing. They support us. Various tribes support us, which is going to be handy. Although we didn't get any tribal support in any of our fights in this video, which is annoying because I've been spending this money trying to make sure that they show up and help us. But Masako Hayami has found hidden path landmark under the resources at Kutsukake Castle, which is pretty cool. We found a fountain at Okazaki Castle. And JG Mystery wants to teach a retainer to be a tactician. Meanwhile, we've got one officer here. Somebody needs to take over Narumi Castle. And it doesn't look like the Azai have sent anyone to attack Iwamura Castle again, although last time they did, so I don't know what the difference is. So we need a castle lord, but all these guys are already lords. You are at Okazaki, where I'd probably rather have you, actually. This guy's loyalty isn't fantastic. He's at Kaizu Castle. He's currently actually doing something, though. He's at Toishi Castle. Alright, so where's Toishi Castle? Am I short of officers there? Not particularly. Although I do need guys who can defend up there, and he's a decent military officer. He's just a retainer. Alright. So we'll put him in charge. And now we got to find some people to move out. Sunpu Castle is going to have to lose some fancy people here pretty soon. A lot of mediocre military officers up here at Sunpu Castle. Vulture Bean's actually one of the better military officers, and she's not supposed to be a military officer. Well, what about this? What about my parents? No, it's like them. What if we move, because I want to leave some decent people at these places, but okay, if I pull a decent pole officer out of here, like Mazuyuki, or JG Mystery is there. We'll leave that for now. Pull Mazuyuki out of there. And we'll pull... Kalanowari Sanada out of here. And then I'll replace Kalanowari Sanada with Vulture Bean, because Sunpu Castle is great, but it's kind of okay if it grows slow from now on, just because as powerful as it can be, it's not frontline by any stretch now, so. And then we'll pull somebody else up to Okazaki can probably do okay with 2 for right now. Alright, let's Fountain, hey? This shouldn't be a hunting ground. This should be a cargo them in. That way I could have all sorts of awesome... We'll have to fix that later. Let's check and see what fountains do for you again. Reservoir to agriculture, rice exchange to commercial. I think rice exchange is better, actually. The reservoir, more suitable for crops, reduces damage from famine. Population increases more quickly. Yeah, it's like a double rice dealer. So we will go commercial there. And that way we've kind of got both things that you can get out of fountains. We'll keep JG Mysteries the overseer, and we'll have Tadakatsu Honda, Ultimate Warrior dude, build this. He's like, I'm Tadakatsu, and I will build domestic stuff. I think we do need to start getting some work done on fixing walls. Alright, we'll make JG... No, never mind. We don't want JG Mysteries doing it. Oh, it's going to be expensive. That will be expensive. What else have we got? We don't have a lot of points left to spend here. So let's go with... Well, you know, this cliffhanger isn't going to get resolved, is it? Took enough time that Natsuko Sasaki's made it back to base, but I did kind of reveal that it's possible to get Froxis Neeloc back, but it's going to involve a little gaming, a little goofing around. Like, if I just come back, well, you'll see what happens. But if I just take her right back to base, it's not the outcome that is desired. And you are still parked there. I thought for a minute you were Morisatake. But you are not. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to save the game. We're going to call it a video. And when we come back next time, the dramatic story of Froxis Neeloc, who is, you know, riding along in a prisoner cart, just kind of trying to figure out what the fuck happened when she got captured by the Oda, joined them, and then immediately recaptured by her own folks. She's trying to figure out what the hell this means and what's going on, and we'll try to find out what's going to happen with her. She can't even write to her grandpa right now. I suppose she could. She probably is writing letters to her grandpa, which I don't know whether they're going to get delivered or not. But we'll see what comes of her possibly next time, or maybe not. Depends on how quick this moves. But for now.